start the opening statement from Coach Beard and then take questions for AJ Storr.
I just want to start by thanking the crowd tonight. I think that was a top 20 crowd ever in terms of attendance in the history of the pavilion. I certainly appreciate Pete coming out, and a lot of the football players are there. I think that helped. We just didn't take advantage of the good atmosphere that we had and could have had even more tonight. So just apologize, not for winning or losing the game, because Miami's good. We'll see how this thing turns out. They're building an NCAA tournament resume, but just the lack of effort, especially in the first half by really the starters. On the flip side, I think we found some positives tonight, +7 in the second half with some guys that have been working hard and waiting for an opportunity. So long season ahead. Obviously, we're still trying to find rotations. We're still trying to find the guys that are willing to play hard enough to be in our program, to wear our jersey. But I did see some positives tonight, so not all gloom and doom. I'd like to recognize guys like, Zach Day, +9 when he's in the game. He just plays hard. And then we got starters that are -21 when they're in the game. So we're searching, man. It's everybody's responsibility, myself included, to get this thing figured out. But just disappointed in just lack of effort. Not saying that effort alone would have won the game, because we'll see how this thing turns out for Miami. I think they're an NCAA tournament team. But that was really the difference in the game. Second half, we found some guys that wanted to play hard for Ole Miss, and we were able to accomplish some good things. But I want to thank the students that came out. It's our last home game, first semester with the students here. So early, message to them, be safe at the semester break, and we'll do everything we can to get our basketball team better for when those guys come back, the students come back in January. Any questions for AJ?
AJ, what's just not working right now? Is there any one thing, any one area that's just y'all are falling short? Or what would be your evaluation of why the struggles are happening?
I think it's just all collectively. Us as a team, we gotta execute more. We just gotta string together stops on the defensive end, and we just gotta take the best shot we can get, and can't let the other team get out on runs and stuff like that. We gotta get back in transition and just take care of the ball in the offensive end.
AJ, you mentioned shots, especially early in the game. You guys were taking some shots real early in the shot clock that were kind of, I don't know. I won't judge them. You can. Were those good shots? Were those shots that you guys were looking for, or was the offense just out of kilter?
We always want to try to get to the paint first before we take a shot. Obviously, early on in the game, that wasn't executed. So we got to get to the paint more and just be able to kick out and spray once we get in the paint.
Do you sort of agree with Coach Beard's assessment that the effort, especially in the first half, just wasn't where it needed to be?
Yeah, they won the first half against us starters. They played majority of the minutes in the first half. The second group came in, brought us some energy. Like Coach said, Zach, came in, gave us a spark. Travis, all those guys. Hobart gave us a little spark too. So yeah.
How do you fix lack of effort? It seems pretty obvious, but is that something you can foster as teammates and stuff, or how do you develop that urgency, I suppose?
I mean, you can't really do too much. Besides
Yeah, we can. We can play different players.
Yeah.
We can play different players. That's what we did in the second half, where we won the second half by 7 points. We can play different players. We can fix effort, and it will be fixed.
All right, thank you, AJ.